Alright, so it's one more quick one for today. Reality Supreme Being, also known as HRM, Caesar St. Augustine de Buonaparte, Emperor of the United States of Turtle Island, and presidential candidate. The only reason I'm listed as a presidential candidate is because we're doing a small video, short one, before 15 minutes is up. And I'm kind of at a loss of words right now because I'm being distracted. But anyway, so I talked about Microsoft and them taking my email in 3 months in the previous video, which I've titled Sex Webcam. You know, I did this. I've been titling now again, because when I was talking my stuff about Democrat, Republican, and all that, it's interesting how closely related the word sex and naked really is related to what the Democrat and Republican convention do to people. They strip you nude psychologically. And that's why I've titled them that way. But there's a second reason. It's a double-edged sword. The second reason is that most people don't want to listen to this. They'll listen to hours on end of rap music, rock music. They'll listen to classical music. They'll listen to every kind of music, country western music, and they don't get tired of it. Well, they do eventually, but not after hours and hours of listening to it. But get somebody up on a podium and get them talking, and people are going and looking at their watches, and it's really sad, because when a person is talking, they're really trying to not just make a speech. A speech is really a form of education. If the person is saying anything that's really educating you, and these people that spoke at the Democratic and Republican conventions didn't educate you at all. These are people that have been brainwashed, and they're gone. They're part of this beast that you call the United States of America, which is an evil country. For people like me, it's poisonous. I showed you pictures in my previous video of that. You know, God blast America. If there really was a God, why would God allow that kind of carnage to go on? Here's this poor kid. I didn't show you this one. Did I show you this one? No, I didn't. Look at this one. Look at that kid right there. Can you imagine what happened to him? Imagine what that poor kid, what happened to him. How do I do that? There you go. You can see that? Yeah. Got a tube up his nose. How'd you like to be like that? How'd you like your kids to be like that? Huh? No wonder they hate America. You people are all complacent. You're all a collective. You all pay into that tax bracket. Doesn't matter whether you're poor or rich. If you're filling out a tax form, you're paying the taxes. There's a way around all this. But you have to do something radical, and that means you have to do a boycott. I've been saying this for 3 years. Boycott the banks. When you really want to do something about something, you boycott the banks. Don't take all your money out. Why are you cooperating? The biggest mass destruction, the most successful weapon of mass destruction is non-cooperation. It's what Gandhi taught. And instead of you people actually doing something about it, you don't. You don't care. I've poured my heart out for 3 years, ranting and raving. Out of the more than 10,000 views, I've only had a handful of people, less than 20, that would make comments saying I need meds and blah blah blah, and you're wacko, and some of them would say screw you, and bunch cuss words here and there, and I'm sure Obama gets a lot more than cuss words when he opens those supposed 10 letters that he gets every day. I want 10 letters from the people. And all he does is go on there and say, oh, some of the letters are real, gratifying, and some of them are, people are real angry. Well, you don't have to imagine what they say in that letter if they're angry. So, but that doesn't mean anything. Looking at a letter or even answering it means nothing. It means nothing to me. That's not the way to answer a letter when you represent hundreds of millions of people, or supposedly represent hundreds of millions of people. It's really sad that I have lost so much, because every morning I wake up and I hurt. I hurt every morning at every guitar, every precious thing, musical instrument, amplifier, every motorhome, every car, every truck, everything that was supposed to have gone full, everything was full, packed to the max, trailers, and they were supposed to go to Colorado with me. Instead, the city attacked me and kept attacking me and wouldn't get off my back. Didn't even offer a way out for me. So this mayor of Vigorosa and the previous one, Han, and the city managers, they're the ones all to blame. They're the ones that violated my civil rights. And the FBI, I even went to the FBI a number of times. They wouldn't investigate the multiple towings of my cars, the claimed civil rights violations, my right to possession of property. See, Founding Fathers made a big mistake. They said, nothing will be taken from you without due process. So right away, the human creature goes to work on making sure that they invent new due processes to be able to circumvent any civil right and take away something that they're not supposed to be able to take away. Especially if the person is not a danger or a threat and they're not doing anything wrong other than they've got old-looking motorhomes or they got old-looking cars, and people are condemning them because they look old. You might as well condemn all the old people on the planet because they look old and wrinkly. You might as well condemn all the ugly women and men that are on the planet that aren't that attractive compared to the people that you see on the movie screen, and you treat them just like that kid was taught in the movie with Cher, Eric Holm, was it? Schultz. The guy who had that elephantitis, and he was, he was shocking to look at. Shocking because he was oddball looking compared to everybody else. Or The Elephant Man, when John Hurt played the Elephant Man. That was a good movie. That only exemplifies the factors about that looks are only looks. It's all superficial. It's what a person actually does with their life. And I was doing with my life as best as I could. And I was condemned for it and hurt and destroyed over and over and over again. If Obama walked right in here today and said, I'm sorry, I'd say, you're too late. I'm sorry is not good enough. If every person who's ever harmed me secretly, and who I don't, some of them I don't even know their identities, who called the city on me, and they walked in and said, God, we're so sorry we did that. We didn't mean all your stuff to be taken. We didn't mean to trample on your life, to make you waste years of your life, to contribute to that. I'd say, you're too late. You might as well forget about even thinking about doing that. You're not going to do that anyway. But even if you did, I wouldn't forgive you, because you've taken the young years of my life. That's what you've taken from me. Sure, possessions can be possibly recovered somehow, but not your years. So yeah, thank you, America. You have destroyed me. You, the state of California, the city of Los Angeles, the crappy people that have destroyed me. You've done worse to me worse to me than what happened to this soldier with his face blown off. You know how I compute that? I'd be glad to take his place, and he can sit in my place and do YouTubes instead, if he wants to live that badly. I don't want to live. No. Because it's become absolutely fruitless for me to continue living. That's why I've said in my videos, I'm not going to see a doctor. When I get sick, I'm going to make sure and go hide and die the hard way, I guess, because I can't find Dr. Kevorkian's not around anymore. I'd gladly take a lethal injection to say bye, because it's not important to me anymore. I said this previously in a video. I said that it is, I wonder if I have it on my bicycle. Anyway, I don't think I need to take it out. I said this previously. I said, the most heinous crime of all Worse than 9/11. Worse than the bombings and those trains in Spain. Worse than, the Israelis who got shot in a helicopter back during those Olympics many, more than a couple of decades ago. Worse than all the terrorist acts. Worse than the killings and the muggings. And is the worst thing is interfering in a person's informal education or their formal education. I am a beacon of nothing but informal education. The same way Abraham Lincoln informally educated himself. And I have been condemned for it. I have been destroyed. My life has been scattered to the four winds. I've spoken in defense of these poor children that have died with American bombs, with American bullets, with American flamethrowers, with whatever form of crazy weapons they've managed to make. The new inventions of weapons is just to kill people more efficiently. It seems to me like the United States of America should have a swastika in the middle of its damn flag, because that's what it is. The United States of America is secretly the same fascist organization as Nazi Germany. If you go to the Congress, you'll see two fasci symbols on either side of the Senate. The bundle of reeds is a symbol of fascism. What's that doing there? I thought you're supposed to be representing freedom and liberty, not fascism, and not anything that's symbolic of fascism. Why are those bundles of reeds there? Who thought that up? So to make a long story short, at 11 minutes, it's my second video, and I'm pretty much almost running out of time here. I have to pay 2 hours worth of computer stuff today again. And it's sad. It's sad that my life is pretty much over. I just live from day to day until some sickness grabs me, or the teeth I mentioned that are broken. They're broken because I ground my teeth even right through my bite guards, because I was being stressed out so much that there was nothing that could relieve that stress. And the only thing the way I relieved it was grinding on my teeth, or back and forth at night. And so that ended up breaking my teeth. And when there is no dental health here. If the people would just back behind me and do this boycott against the United States and take their money out of the bank and make me the absolute emperor over the nation, the first act I'll sign is socialized medicine, so that will give everybody health care. There's no excuse for it. If other countries can do it like France, then we can do it too. France gave us the Statue of Liberty, and here we are, in a roundabout way, we're insulting the socialized medicine of France with their gift to us, with the Statue of Liberty that sits in New York Harbor. And we are being insulting to France by not adopting their principle of socialized medicine, so that we care for our people. I heard Obama say, no one left behind. They left me behind a long time ago. We pull our bootstraps up. We pull up for each other. What a bunch of bull crap. I've never heard so much lies in all my life. That anyone would want to be president so bad that they'd lie boldly in everybody's face who has a little more intelligence than him. Enough common sense intelligence to go, you're a liar, Mr. Obama. You ain't. And for his wife to say, we have to work even harder than ever before? For what? To keep you people in power? I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I know I'm laughing, but inside I'm hurting too at the same time, because that's not the truth. It just isn't. And I can't believe that. That's what scared me the most, looking into the faces of all those people in that convention, like mesmerized, hypnotized, self-hypnotizing themselves into believing that crap that they were hearing on that podium. Out of both Romney and Obama, out of any candidate that says that crap. They've said before in the past that concentrated power corrupts absolutely. Well, that's only if the concentrated power stays in power for that amount of time. I don't want that kind of power for the rest of my life. Hell no. That's ridiculous. But I'd like that kind of power in order to be able to set things right off the bat. And then be able to turn around and say, I've shown you how to do it once. That's it. Now I'm going to Not retire. I'm going to go do my own thing, and I want you to leave me alone, because that's what would happen with me. And that's your guarantee. Because I like working with my wind machines and my inventions and all the stuff that I come up with, and working with through my quantum physics generators. I like working with that more than anything else. And when you people bow to my throne, if I was emperor, my throne would be covered, and it would be covered for a reason, because you're not bowing to me, you're bowing to something else. And you're not actually bowing to the throne. You're bowing to what I have pasted all over the throne. That's what you're bowing through. And I'm not going to tell you what that is. See you later.